What's up, Libra? Welcome to your October 2024 horoscope. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this astrological forecast. The most important aspect of this month is the solar eclipse in Libra on October 2nd at 10 degrees of Libra. So if you were born the first days of October, you're gonna feel this eclipse particularly hard. This month, we also have all of the outer planets in retrograde motion, which is going to make the energy of the solar eclipse to feel very heavy and charged with a lot of vast energy. Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Saturn, the nodes, and Chiron. For some of you, especially the ones who have natal aspects really close to this eclipse, is going to be a very intense energy. This eclipse is also very important because it's the last one of the Aries Libra cycle, and I think the most important question the universe is asking you at this time is, did you clean all the mess in your relationships? Libra has this tendency of looking for peace and avoiding fights just to keep their relationship healthy. Putting your needs on the table is also a very important way to keep your relationship healthy. Last month we had the lunar eclipse in Pisces on September 17th. This was a little preview of what's going to be the next 1.5 years for you, Libra. The North Node is moving to your 6th house, so buckle up because your work environment and your routines will be transformed during the next cycle of eclipses. That lasts for 1.5 years, starting on January 11th, 2025. So it's very important that you try to remember what happened to you during this eclipse, some days after or before, especially when it has to do with your work and health. There was a lot of potential to some secrets being revealed to you during this time. We're gonna start breaking down the aspects of this month of October 2024, but first, if you like a personal reading, please visit the link in the description of this video. On October 2nd, the solar eclipse in Libra will be spotlighting your first house. This is the last eclipse in the Aries Libra cycle. The last 1.5 years have been of profound transformation in your personal life, especially in what has to do with relationships. I've talked with a lot of Libras during the cycle, and I noticed how this aspect has played out in many different ways for a lot of them. Some have been thriving, but before that, they have their own tower moment. I'm talking about the Tower Tarot card, which represents deep transformations, where everything collapsed, but ultimately they manage to reveal themselves. This eclipse brings a sense of completion. I hope a lot of you learned the lesson that Rahu, the North Node, was trying to teach you during this cycle. For some of you, this has a lot to do with your marriage or committed relationship. This was really a test for some of those relationships. When Libra commits to a relationship, you really want to be there forever. But this is the thing, we evolve, and unfortunately some of us evolve faster than the others. And all of a sudden, our relationship breaks because we're not on the same page anymore. So yeah, I feel like a lot of you finally came to the realization that it's time for finding yourself and a better partner, which is more aligned to your personal growth. Also, during this time, a lot of Libras decided to go a step forward in their relationships. This eclipse comes with Lilith, also transiting your first house, and in conjunction with the Sun and Mercury. Lilith represents our desire to be free, also feminine empowerment, so it's like a lot of you aren't going to accept a relationship that is not balanced, where your needs aren't met. As I said, Libra, in their constant search for peace, just let the partners do whatever they want. This is the time to put yourself first, and for the other ones that are single, this is a good moment to find the right candidate because you know exactly what you want and you're not going to take BS anymore. On October 12th, Pluto goes direct in Capricorn and is leaving Capricorn for good at least for the next 248 years. Because that's the time Pluto takes to complete a single orbit. Crazy, right? So slowly down, Pluto will be leaving the sign of Capricorn and will enter Aquarius on November 19th. Now, it's time to talk about the transpersonal planets and how they shape generations, and in this case even centuries of humankind. Capricorn in astrology represents structure, control, conservatism. It rules politicians, thinkers, the military. So we live in a society that was very rigid for millennia. We have mostly these powerful men that were emperors that loved to battle with each other, with their armies and represent the patriarchy. At this point in time, if you look at what's going on in our society, we have people that represent the old-fashioned way of doing things, battling ferociously to keep themselves in power. On the other hand, we have this eccentric kind of people that are ruled by Uranus, coming to life with their crazy ideas, their purple hair, bringing their progressive ideas, and this scared the hell out of conservative people. So what we need to understand is that everything has its pros and its cons, and today we're gonna discuss the positive stuff about Pluto and its shadow side. We're definitely living in a unique time. Aquarius represents social groups, technology, political ideas. It's a very progressive sign, very eccentric. Pluto represents transformation, hidden knowledge, death, and rebirth. So our society is going to be transformed, and we are already going through that. Whether conservative people like it or not, we're moving into a very progressive couple of centuries. It's going to be a time of urban tribes, but also very focused in humanitarian causes. Aquarius represents breakthrough ideas. This has the potential to be a time of inventions and discoveries, especially in metaphysics and everything that has to do with air energy. Planes, internet, flying cars, Pluto rules sexuality. So this part of our life is going to be redefined. As I said, we're already seeing this happening in our society, with people identifying with different genders and different ways to live their sexuality. But it's just going to be more prominent as Pluto transits this house. The dark side of Pluto has to do with control, obsession, so I wonder if worst case scenario, we could end up under a global dictatorship controlling our minds through social media and humanoid robots. That's very concerning also because of the overly sexual nature of Pluto. This could turn out into some form of degeneracy. For now, let's hope for the best. Hopefully we become a better society where we can see each other as friends and we see ourselves more as a collective. Before we continue with this astrological forecast, feel free to leave a comment, tell me how you're doing, how the energies have been flowing during this time. It's really important to read your feedback, and it's a great way to support this channel. On October 17th, the full moon in Aries will be transiting your 7th house. Aries is your opposite sign, so this has a lot to do with your romantic partner, marriage. The moon rules emotions. It's very important to reevaluate your relationships. Ask yourself if you and your partner are on the same page and finding strategies to rekindle a relationship. Full moons are complete cycles. It's a good time to take a relationship to a next level. Also for the single ones, the energy of this full moon will make you more attractive, so this might be a good time for dating. This transit also deals with contracts, legal matters, business partners, divorce. So if you're dealing with any of these matters, there is a sense of completion around this time, and you might receive some news or verdicts. Also on October 17, Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and harmony, will enter Sagittarius. This is your 3rd house that rules communication. Remember, the full moon in Aries will be happening on October the 17th. So this has a lot to do with the communication with your partner. But as I said, for the single ones, this is a good time for seducing with your words, using the power of speech in writing to attract people, not only romantically, but if you work in sales or as an influencer, this is a wonderful time for being successful on these fields. On October 22nd, we have the last main aspect of this month. The Sun enters Scorpio and highlights your 2nd house of money, possessions, and talents. Taking care of your finances is very important to use the energy of the Sun, especially if you are in debt, to find ways to make more money. It's also a good time for launching projects that have to do with making money on your own, exploring some side hustles, especially using your talents, or starting a business partnership. Libra is a sign that works better with a partner than on their own, so you have to capitalize on that. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope you liked this video. If that's the case, please like and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to go to the bell icon and activate all the notifications so that way you don't miss anything. Also, check your rising sign because this combined with your sun sign can help you a lot to understand better how all of these aspects are going to play out in your personal life. Alright Libra, thanks for watching and I'll see you later.